Welcome to the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament 2020, the final game on the final day. Two European teams battling for the final ticket available to the Tokyo Games. It's the Victoria Memorial Coliseum. Even though the host nation is out, fans still making their way down and into the building.
Let's go, Greece.
Greece supporters ready to see their team potentially punch their ticket to the Olympic Games. Neutral supporters as well entering the building. And of course, the Czech Republic has some support here as well. Both these teams coming off a huge upset in the semifinals. Greece defeating Turkey, and the Czech Republic in a thriller that took overtime to defeat the Canadians. But that's not enough. They both want one more win and a chance to head to the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan. Carlin Gay alongside Mick Bett. Mick will get a chance to see Greece, who started the second half yesterday poorly, but closed strong, and the scoreline showed a completely different story. They really blew out Turkey in that second half.
Yeah, exactly right. And they may be coming in with more momentum, even though perhaps the Czech Republic pulled off the historic overtime victory over the favorites, Canada. Yeah, Greece nowhere to be seen the first half, and then it was the Turks nowhere to be seen the second half, and the Greeks were the ones, the recipients. They played better offense in the second half, up the ante in terms of defensive pressure. My money is on them today, even though that's not a great thing to say because I've got the other three wrong around the world.
0 for 3 so far. All the host nations losing in their games today. 3 European teams already qualifying for the Olympic Games at the OQTs. The 4th will come from this game, showing the dominance right now for the European region. Legendary coach Rick Pitino will have plenty to say about him throughout the game. He's been in big moments, big games before. Never for the country of Greece, and they will love for him to bring them to the Olympic Games. On the other side, the underdog Czech Republic, again on a world stage, shocking everyone. They finished 6th at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2019, and here they are. Expectations were higher on them coming into this tournament than it were in China, and they have delivered so far that would love nothing more than to punch their ticket to Tokyo. Ginsburg, the head coach of the Czech Republic, always calm, always cool, always collected. And he has his team ready to go. We'll pause now for the national anthems for these two nations. They're the three officials who will be in charge of keeping this match in check. Conde, Ruiz, Anderson, and Krajcek from Spain, US, and Slovenia. Well, 3 tickets already spoken for. Congratulations to Germany, Italy, and Slovenia. 1 more up for grabs. These 2 teams had to wait an extra year to try and secure their bid. They won't be complaining about that right now. Winner takes all in our final here in Victoria, Canada. We'll take a look at Greece up first.
So no change with this lineup. Kalatis and Slukas run the show as usual. Papagiannis will be throwing some high-flying dunks down. And Giannopoulos and Mitalou are sturdy combatants in any game, in any sort of setting, and they will be a tough prospect for this Czech team. On the bench, watch out for Larentzakis, who's really put some great performances in, coming off the bench and scored, hitting threes. He gets very, very pumped up. A lot rests with Nick Kalatis. And as you can see there, the semi-final versus Turkey had a miserable first 10 minutes of the game, and there was parts of it where Patino mentioned the psychology of missing easy shots, and how these kids his players had to forget about missing easy ones, just get on and make the next one. And that's the way the second half went. Even Larentzakis in his post-game was saying, the coach told us that we just got to go out there and enjoy the moment. Forget about the negatives that go behind us. There's nothing you can do to claw them back.
On the other end, the Czech Republic, for the first time in the Olympic Qualifying Tournament, they've won consecutive games in a row. And also, their last 2 games here in Victoria were thrillers. 1-point game against Uruguay, a 2-point game in overtime against Canada.
Both went down to the wire for the opposite shot, opposite team. One would have put them out of it. Well, both would have put them out, really, essentially.
Here's the 5 they bring to the floor to start the game.
So Schilb starts again, second game runner. What a great game he had yesterday. Was it 30 points?
31.
31 points. Satoransky, the enormous dunk down the lane. And Balvin, Bohacik, and Vesely. Although Vesely fouled out early in yesterday's game, there was plenty of bodies coming off that bench to help the cause go right. And I think yesterday's game just put this young man on a different plateau as far as I'm concerned. Taking a team to the Olympics on his back, being the only NBA player here on his team, that's no mean achievement, I'm telling you. And that man there, what a great coach, what a great tactician to pull off that victory yesterday.
Didn't have much time to plan for this one. We're playing pretty much less than 24 hours after the 2 thrilling games yesterday. Both these coaches probably would have wanted more time to prepare for each other. But here we are. We're going to have some fun basketball a minute away. Key to the game for you when you look at Greece, what do they have to do well to secure their ticket?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that really stands out. They'll play their normal game. Everything will revolve around Slukas and Kalatis. They'll run a lot of ball screens, handoffs for Mitalou and Papagiannis. The big key for me is how well they start playing defense. I think from yesterday's poor performance to start the game, they'll be switched on right from the off, for sure. For the Czech Republic, they've got to get Blake Schilb involved again, but that means that Greece know that, the world knows that, and I don't see Blake Schilb getting 31 points tonight against this team, which then becomes a problem for Satoransky. Satoransky now has to be have a big game offensively.
Coach Rick Pitino has called his backcourt of Nick Kalatis and Kostas Slukas the best backcourt in Victoria. They're going up against Tomas Satoransky, who has been incredible in the last 2 international tournaments for his country. Vesely and Papagiannis will get it started with the jump ball.
Little games to start with. Mitalou Schilb just cross-legged.
Smiling about it now.
There's plenty of real estate out there. You'd think they'd find separate places to stand.
Off we go from Victoria, Canada. The final ticket to Tokyo Games on the line. Greece taking on the Czech Republic. Czech Republic in the home white jerseys. Greece in the road blue. Starting off with a Jan Vesely floater in the lane. A good sign for the Czech Republic because he hasn't been looking for his offense here.
What a great sign, huh? And you know, his offense is not necessarily orthodox. but getting a 2 to start like that, big plus.
Carlin Gay alongside Mick Bett. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Kalathis under 5 to shoot, tapped away. Satoransky, Vesely, Schill to the corner. It's Boychik in front of his bench, rattles it in and out.
They were happy to drop last night. Bohacic getting a nice, easy, gentle look in there to begin.
Papagiannis over the top of Balvin.
Well, that's a favorite play of Greece, isn't it? They're so fortunate to have someone like Papagiannis able to deliver on any lob to the hoop. He gets up like a gazelle.
Really does. He had 14 points, 13 rebounds in the big win that put him here in the finals yesterday against Turkey. Vesely now 2 for 2.
That is his one state sort of little status shot, that little 15-footer.
Lucas shot off the back iron, and it's cleared by Balvin. Satoransky probing. Boychik rejected inside by Kalathis, but Boychik got it back. Hard work and effort paying off there.
I think Bettina wants pace in the game, doesn't he? Just crying for Kalathis to get it down the floor a bit quicker.
Kalathis' layup no good. Satoransky with pace the other way, throws it up.
Oh.
Vesely coming out of the rafters.
Well, if ever he's going to play the game of his life, this is going to be it, right? 6 games, has only scored 13 is his high before this. Another error for Greece.
This is not the start the Greeks wanted.
This is the start of yesterday.
How about Jan Vesely? Just a different mode in this final. Back to live action. Balvin on the ball screen. Satoransky with under 5 to shoot. He'll probe. Schill will have to put it up.
Good defense. Satoransky, I'm not sure why he needed to pass the ball up. Maybe he didn't see the shot clock. There's the penetration. 2 on the shot clock, and he's looking to pass the ball.
Great defense there by Greece. Let's see if it turns into some momentum offensively. A lot of Slucas now coming off the curl. He has the ball here, floats it up, can't get it to go, and Balvin will clear.
Exact replica yesterday, isn't it? Easy misses for Greece.
And made threes on the other end for the Czech Republic. That's Satoransky banging his first. 11-2, Czech Republic in front. I was worried about tired legs for both these two teams coming into this game after playing as hard as they did yesterday. It's Papagiannis. He has all points now for Greece. But so far, the Czech Republic showing that the tired leg's not a factor for them here. Schill, up fake, spinning, Schill.
Ooh, contact too. Looked like he got caught by Slucas on the way up. Referees shied away from it.
He's feeling it, isn't he? 31 points yesterday, a lot of it coming from behind the arc.
It's like a golfer, right? You have to shoot your age. In his 30s.
Vesely, another defensive tap away, and it ends up in the hands of Satoransky. And Vesely looking to attack Slucas. Good pass, Balvin! Pounds it home.
Yeah. Timeout for Greece here.
15-4 run to start the game for the Czech Republic, and Patino wants to talk. See the nice feed there by Jan Vesely.
Papagiannis is just standing there. It's like a zone when the ball goes low in a mismatch. The big man just occupies space under the bucket, but that pass there to Balvin was to die for.
Let's listen in to Coach Patino.
Stop with the stupid turnovers. Throw good hard bounce passes and get back. You make a mistake, erase it with hustle. They beat you down the floor every time.
Here we go, boys. Let's go. Okay.
Stop that now. Run your offense as fast as you walking the ball up the floor too much. Run the offense as fast.
You know what worried me about this team, Carlin, is that they are now 2 games in a row with, there's the foul there from Slucas, 2 games in a row with incredible, I'm not talking poor starts, incredibly poor starts. At this level, to come out and look second best in 2 games back-to-back is a bad sign for this Greek team.
On the flip side of that, the Czech Republic have started off their last 2 games on fire from the field. As he took a look at some of the pictures from the first couple minutes here. Back to live action, 15-4, 6:09 to play here in the first quarter. Winner takes a ticket to Tokyo as Kalathis inside. Good response under the timeout by Nick Kalathis.
Well, the Czechs put 29 points in the first period against the Canadian team. Well, and that's no mean feat in itself.
Not at all. Balvin, high-low to Boychik. Crafty layup inside.
Well, this is what they were happy yesterday to go and post up Corey Joseph. Now they're looking at Slukas for that.
Kalathis keeping his dribble alive and hands it to Papagiannis. Feels like Kalathis knows he has to take over. He missed a layup there.
Wow, that's a bunny, wasn't it? That was easy. They are running the lane.
Beautiful ball movement. Paid off with the 3.
My goodness, how well does Jan Vesely run the lane? You talk about first big down the floor, Colin. It is so quick.
Give Boychik 7 now and counting. Slukas. Yiannopoulos way off. The presence of Balvin defensively the last 2 games been incredible protecting the rim as we see the Boychik 3. There's the last layup by Kalathis. But Balvin has been incredible manning the paint for the Czech Republic. He really intimidated the Canadians in the overtime period. And so far today, looks like he's doing the same to the guards for Greece. Sadaransky. Balvin. He was fouled.
And he's such a good passer out of the pressure, high post pressure, low post double team. I mean, it shows you how much, oh, that's a big foul, 2 fouls. How much money there must be in the Japanese B League, because that's where he's heading next year, and any team would want him on their team.
No question. Here's Balvin. Schill left it short. And Laurentzakis in the front court. Laurentzakis, nice move to the hoop. Yesterday in the game against Turkey, when Greece started slow, it was Laurentzakis who got them kick-started offensively with a 3. This time doing a layup on the fast break. Maybe that gets Greece going. Balvin looking to go to work. The double comes. Stolen away. Greece in the open floor. A 4-on-1 attack. Laurentzakis for 3. Indeed.
Wow. Yeah, the igniter. Look at, he's going crazy again. He is, what a great 6-man he is. 21 against Uruguay, 14 against Turkey. Now we got a game.
Vesely. Schill puts it on the deck. The floater off the glass. Blake Schill using the angles.
Going old school. There aren't many shots we see these days off the backboard. Nice little runner.
Kamamas waiting. Katsavilis did a good job of keeping his pivot foot. He got hammered and he'll go to the line. There's a Schill bucket.
Nice soft touch, isn't it? Anytime you get that off the rim. There's the steal from Katsavilis. And Laurentzakis spots up. What a great player to have off the bench.
Spark plug, you blink and he has 5 points. And of course, come on, let's go. See Katsavilis' numbers here in Victoria so far. He misses the first free throw. It was 1 or 2 from the line. Katsavilis into the game now for Greece. And Patrick Auda, his first touch of the rock, alleviating some pressure for the Czech Republic. Wojcik rejects the screen, no-look pass. Serena into the game. His shot no good. Lands to Vesely. Here's Wojcik. He can't get it to go.
All of a sudden they got a bit cold up in the Czech Republic. 2 wide open threes. Serena, Wojcik.
A little too cute there from Lawrence.
Especially when you think Kasalakis was wide open in this far corner here.
Good flow so far to this game. A good start. Very few whistles. Lawrence. Cavadas.
It's a good matchup here.
It is. Vesely done a good job to stay down and making a tough shot. Mitoglu counted and the foul.
Yeah, that's a poor play there for the Czech Republic. They should have cleaned that defensive rebound up. I think it's Patrick Auda gets muscled, a little slight push maybe. Auda's started 2 of these games in this tournament, so coming off the bench maybe not what he's used to. Maybe needs some adjustment.
Surge by Greece leads to a timeout for the Czech Republic. 22-14 your score. Let's listen in to Ronan Ginsberg.
I'm going to survive this.
Now, don't hesitate. You have good shot, okay. Right, they are more active now with hands. You need to be ready. Stand up. You take a break, right? Take rest. We will need you. Let's play motion. Play motion.
Patrick first.
You come first, right? Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
There's the fire starter for Greece. Lawrence looking over at his bench saying, come on. Can't be the only one that wants to win here. And then a tough finish right before that last time. You see
look at
the
Patino. Oh my goodness.
Fist pump.
And he's
got to be careful. He might throw a shoulder out.
I was reading the story of 1985. He turned up at Providence College. He told everybody, forget the stock market. You need to invest in Providence College tickets. From then, Providence College went sky high in the Big East.
Coached in so many places, of course, in the NBA with the New York Knicks, the Boston Celtics.
You know, he coached Billy Donovan in college, too.
Did. NCAA. Yeah. He took Kentucky University and Louisville to championships. Coaching over in Greece, winning championships there, and now trying to book their ticket to an Olympic Games. He's never been to an Olympic Games, not even as a fan. Says it would be a dream come true to get there.
Well, no doubt about it. It'd be pretty neat if he win. Oh, nice play.
Or just moved by Patrick Auda.
And then he's turning to the rest for some help. I said, well, you're dwarfing Kasalakis in the low post. Give him a break.
Lawrence coming off the curl hard. His pass tipped away. 8 on the shot clock.
Blagic read that well. He knew that pass perhaps wasn't going into Cavadas. There's a move here.
There's a lot of contact there, no whistle. Serena goes the other way. Auda down the lane, counted and the foul.
What a move. Mitoglu, I think, he's just picked up a little brush foul as Auda's gone right by him. Big fella's got to play better defense than this.
Great body control here for that finish.
Yeah, just slid. Count it, baby.
Mentioned his role changing now here in Victoria. Started this tournament as Vesely, or rather that's Valdin tapping it to himself.
Great work from the big fella.
That's a reset. You mentioned out his role changing. Czech Republic going to 2 bigs to start the game, Balvin being one of them, the other, Vesely. Auda knocks down a rare 3.
Wow. They've equaled the points tally in the first quarter against Canada right now at 29. Still got a minute 30 to play. This is a tremendous first 10 minutes for the Czech Republic.
It's Lucas. Waits for the Papagiannis screen. Gets it. Cross-court pass. Kalathis tees up a 3 indeed.
You know, he's not known for his shooting, Kalathis, and but that's a big one for him, especially after a couple of missed layups.
Senal into the game now for the Czech Republic. He can give you some important minutes, giving Sadaransky an opportunity to rest. Wojcik splitting the D there, but couldn't get the finish. And Kalathis will push the other way. He's fouled.
Ooh,
Toss it up at the rim. They're going to say
that should be a shot.
It should, right? They're going to say it's on the floor. There's that last 3 by Kalathis. And then the out line drive.
It was as flat as a pancake, wasn't it?
Back to live action here. Kalathis, ball screen, Papagiannis spinning. Mitoglu.
Nice.
That's his spot.
Nice pass, nice position from Mitoglu in that little mid-post. Defense for his own defender, drop to help out.
Auda inside, man bun power. Bucket in the foul.
That pass is such a degree of difficulty. I mean, the hands could have been all over this pass. Look at this thing, down on the floor, Mitoglu. Wow, it's a bad foul for Mitoglu. It might be his second too, I think. Picked up the foul on the break. I mean, they've only got 3 team fouls. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah, second foul. And now they're showing you the strength to finish that one. $12 points here in this tournament on average for that man right there.
Yeah, he's been a rock, hasn't he?
Knocks down the free throw.
We've got double figures
10
already.
Yeah.
He had 10, 10, and 16 in the 3 games so far.
In just 2 minutes of play right now. Kalathis with the shot clock and game clock almost identical will look to keep for the final possession here. Uses the Papagiannis ball screen, and Papagiannis with a little chin-up dunk. Senal turns it over. Yiannopoulos! He wanted that one. Powerful scoring once again in the first quarter by the Czech Republic. They lead 32-22 over Greece. Ticket to Tokyo on the line here in Victoria, Canada. It's the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament 2020.
If you look at Greece's numbers, 22 and a quarter is not bad. That's an 88-point game if you multiply it by 4, but the 32 by the Czech Republic, they did continue that barrage through the game against Canada. But what a great start for them. Look at both teams' high 60s. That's pretty special. 2 for 3 for Greece from the beyond the arc, but 73%. I mean, the Czechs only missed 8 shots in the whole of the first quarter.
Let's take a look at some of the best plays from that first quarter. The turnovers really a problem for Greece so far. They have 4 of them after 1, and I'm sure Coach Patino would love them to clean that up as we move through the game. Jan Vesely came into the game on fire. A lot more aggressive than we've seen him at the beginning of this tournament.
Well, Vesely has 8, right? Arda has 8. It's 18 of the 32 between those 2. Shield has 4, I think.
Yes, he does. He's been quiet, but if the Czechs are going to get the play that Vesely's brought to the table for an entire 40-minute game.
That's exactly right. I mean,
that.
Whereas Shield came the first quarter yesterday, Arda and Vesely today, I mean, that's 18 points that we wouldn't have said, okay, there's 18 points in the locker right there in the first 10 minutes of play.
So it will be Greece basketball to start the second quarter. get the clock set. And off we go. Yiannopoulos will inbound to Galathis. Greece going from right to left on your screen. In the row blue, down 10 to the Czech Republic, who are in the home white. Galathis, the floater, cleaned up by Papagiannis.
Pretty unstoppable if you're not going to help from the strong side there. At least jab in and make him think something different.
Has Papagiannis scored other than a dunk so far? It's been dunk city for him.
No.
Balvin and Papagiannis working underneath. And Anderson blows the whistle. Here's the offensive rebound by Papagiannis.
So the great thing about his play is if Galathis scores, great. If he misses, that's what happens. So it's a pretty unstoppable play. Balvin's caught between two things. He's the ball and his man, and nobody helps out on his man.
I'd have to give Galathis credit for a pass on that.
Yeah.
Auda, nice feed inside, and Balvin pounds it home.
That is not bad, huh? That is not bad basketball.
Lead back to 10. There's Lucas. His jump shot is so pure. Sadaransky watched by Galathis. Turns the corner to the lane. Tough layup. Lucas uses a Papagiannis screen, and he's held by Sarina. Here's this Lucas jump shot. Has an argument for that push in the back, doesn't he?
Yeah, there was a hand there, wasn't there? This is a great pass. That goes low to high to low again. That is just super basketball.
Czech Republic sharing the rock. They have 11 assists on their 16 makes so far in the game. Lucas, that's tapped out of bounds. They'll stay here, 4.1 to shoot.
Good work from Blake Schilb there. Little tip, Schilb reads it, just gets a hand because Yiannopoulos is going to be wide open for a three if he goes through him.
There's Galathis. Driving inside, Auda got to it, Papagiannis cleaned it up, and they're gonna count it. That was very close to a shot clock violation.
I wonder if he just grazed the rim from Galathis' shot, but probably not.
Wojcik in the backcourt, flips it up to Auda. And here's Sadaransky. Here's Blake Schilb now, watched by Yiannopoulos. Double comes.
Oh yeah, a lot of attention on Schilb.
Papagiannis using his long arms to tip it away and gets the turnover. You be the judge here.
Yeah. Nope. Nice work from Papagiannis.
It's hard to see the lights go off.
Yeah,
there, but it was
I'm still not convinced
close.
it's before the zero either.
Lucas for three. And Ronan Ginsburg is tired of seeing that man nail jump shots.
Yeah, he won't be happy. Defense goes under the screen on that. That's the first one he's unloaded on from range, but Lucas has already made an 18-footer. That might have got his eyes in right there. See, Bohacic's lost under the screen all over the place.
Can't give him any space. A 40% shooter for the season. And high fives all around as he heads to the timeout. We'll listen in to Coach Ginsburg with his team.
We switch everything, including the Vegas, okay? Everything, flip and switch, all right? Let's play ons, okay? Make pick and pop, okay? Pick and pop, you going, all right?
Here's another look of that Papagiannis dunk. It's going to be tough to see the shot clock. You can see it deep in the background, but Balvin got in the way. Doesn't touch the rim at all. That looks late after the buzzer, right?
Yeah.
Well, right now it's a 2 on the board, and it's in our history.
Is that reviewable at any time?
I don't know if it's any time. Surely it would be. I'll have to check with the officials at halftime and find out the correct ruling on that. Is they come out of the timeout. Double screen there. Vesely will come and re-screen. Vesely now bumping and grinding. This foul before the shot.
Yeah, Papagiannis was quick to come out and step out on that ball screen there.
Vesely a little too big for Katsalikis with the take foul there. Auda showing you the handle. Spinning. Vesely at the foul line. Left is short. Kalafdis clears. Lucas with the much bigger Vesely on it. Papagiannis wants it on the block, and a great job by Schill.
Oh, wow, just pushed him all to the sideline. Tremendous work.
Sadaransky down low, Vesely with an easy two.
Hey, that's been a trademark of the Czechs today, hasn't it? The ability to run the floor and willingly run the floor, Vesely especially.
Vesely has 8 points.
Like a racehorse out there.
To your point, that's 10 fast break points now for the Czech Republic. Points off turnover, you see it on your screen there. 3 to shoot for Slukas. Great defense again. Czech Republic with strip. Wojcik. Schill will pull it back out. They want to get it to Auda on the block. He has Kalafdis on his back, and he's forced to foul.
Greece are all over the place. Defensive transition. You know, Kalafdis guarding Auda. That's not in the playbook. I guarantee that every those 10 points, all those 10 points has had Jan Vesely's name on it somewhere along the line, either an assist or a layup.
The Czech supporters in the building. Happy to see the Czechs sharing the rock as much as they have been. 12 assists on 17 makes. Mentioned Jan Vesely, 8 points. He has 3 assists as well.
I tell you what, this is a crucial time for Greece. Kalafdis and Slukas on the bench.
How about that from Schill?
Yeah. This is a big time for Greece now. They cannot go any further down than the 9 they're in.
Foul away from the ball. The handle by Blake Schill.
This is like a summer league move, right? Little finger roll in the house. Blake Smooth Schill.
Still has it.
Yeah. That's what we call him, Silk.
Kavavas is working, and he's drawing fouls right now. Wojcik, latest victim. Across the court, Coach Pitino continues to scream, move the ball, move the ball. He wants more movement offensively from his team.
I think with this team, you might see a lot more passing too, with this 5 on the floor.
Katsalikis is 3, no good, and it's cleared by Vesely. Schill. Vesely kicks out. Wojcik from the corner for 3. Look at Sadaransky on the offensive rebound. Vesely. Tough layup, no good.
Wow. A lot of
Czech
contact.
bench wanted an and 1. Whistle stayed silent. Katsalikis. Another tip by Jan Vesely defensively, leading to an offensive foul as Vesely came barreling down the lane, and Lauren Zykas in the perfect spot there.
Wow, look at this. Christopoulos coming into the game now. He's not played. Didn't play against Canada yesterday. And again, I'll go back to it. It's an interesting 5 on the floor. That he needs a couple of minutes to just hustle, keep the score as is at 9, maybe get into a little bit under 9. But there is the potential for the Czechs to escape on this the next couple of minutes if they're not careful.
Because of the first couple of timeouts early in this second quarter, it feels like a lot more time has come off the clock. But still just only halfway through this second quarter. three on the ray.
Big
Rogopoulos knocking it down.
Big three for Rogopoulos.
Zadaransky. Petrika put it on the deck and he got bumped.
Yeah, both teams in the bonus right now with 4 to go as well. That's why the quarter's taken so long.
Last 3 there. And the Greek supporters, including a little Pascal Siakam supporter in the building.
Raptor in the house.
Zadaransky. A lot of bumping now on each drive for both teams. Vesely cleaning up the mess. Can't get the end one. You'll have to earn it at the line.
Yeah, and there's the weakness of this 5 on the floor, right? Jan Vesely's the biggest player out there, the best athlete. And that's where they get unstuck, with Kavadas not quite able to box him out. I feel that Vesely should have finished that one. That was an easy and one, surely. Put back. He had 8 rebounds yesterday in the win against Canada, along with his 8 points, 4 assists too. He loves to get other people involved.
Knocks down both free throws there. He's already up to 3 assists tonight. 10 points and counting. See the free throw numbers there on your screen. Haven't had too many whistles, which is a good thing. As Laurentzakis tees up a 3 in and out. Good work there, Rogopoulos. Christopoulos for 3 off the back iron. Another offensive rebound. Laurentzakis can't get it to go. 3 bites at the cookie. They couldn't swallow it.
Plenty of them, didn't they? You know, Bettino will be, I think he'll be happy with his team, though. A couple of offensive rebounds, good looks at 3.
Petrika way off. And Rogopoulos is racking up the rebounds at the moment. Laurentzakis inside. Took some contact, hits the deck, but couldn't get it to fall. He'll earn it at the line.
Well, I'll go back and say it again. This 5 was sent in to give the starters a break. It's 8 points right now, 2 free throws to come. Laurentzakis, so they came in the game at a deficit 9. They're going to get it down closer to 6.
Papagiannis back into the game for Greece, standing next to Blake Scholl. And that brings Balvin back into the game. So the 2 twin towers into the game for the Czech Republic, and gives us an opportunity to take a look at Laurentzakis, who's averaging 14.3 points here in Victoria, and gets a kind roll on the first.
Playing a game of chess with these two, isn't it? One makes a move, the other responds.
Paliza into the game for the first time for the Czech Republic, 23 in white, you'll see him. Someone left early, but doesn't matter as Laurentzakis knocks down the free throw. A little pressure shown now by Coach Bettino's squad. And what a luxury it is to have your 7-footer bring it up. Zadaransky. Guarded by Laurentzakis. Zadaransky, nice move.
Wow. Took him to school.
Katsivelis. Laurentzakis looking to return the favor on Zadaransky. Rogopoulos is giving good minutes so far in the second quarter for Greece. Papagiannis wanted the alley-oop. He'll set her for the step back and knocks it down.
Wow, the big fella says, I don't need to dunk it. I just a little fade away.
Give him 12 points and counting. Hasn't missed a shot yet.
Done really well, the big fella. Wasn't a great pass from Laurentzakis either, was it?
Oh, it wasn't. Great catch, though. Keeping that possession alive. Good defense here by Greece so far. But they bail out the Czech Republic with a foul, and that will send Balvin to the line. Here's that catch. His footwork there to get some space. And here, Zadaransky, whoop.
Yeah, a little Euro step all the way through. Laurentzakis on defense.
Expect this guy to put up monster numbers in the B League next season in Japan.
Yes.
He would love to give him a little preview at the Olympic Games playing for his country. And a victory here would help him do that.
First change of defense here. Yeah.
Hagopoulos for 3, no good. Cleared by Schild. Police on the front court.
Just wonder whether they might come back with Slukas and Kalatis to finish this last 2 of the half here.
Terrible pass there. And Hagopoulos with the steal. That's too easy.
Wow, look at this 5 has got him right back in the game. So I'm sure Patina will leave these 5 on the floor to finish.
Goes out the first half with some energy. They get another tip away. Hagopoulos could not control the pass, but he's giving them incredible minutes here in the second quarter.
Well, that's that's 2 that went begging right there.
Hagopoulos again. And that's too easy. Schild never coming across.
He wasn't interested at all, Blake Schild, was he?
Kalatis back into the game. You called for it. Here he is on the ball. Auda back into the game now for the Czech Republic as well. Maliza. They're looking inside to Auda. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Auda skying through the lane. He'll go to the line for 2. Hagopoulos complaining there.
Not sure about that one. I thought that was pretty decent D. He's looking for a push in the back here. I mean, any contact was before he went into his 1-2 for a start.
They're in the penalty regardless, so it would have been shooting.
Yeah, true.
That is a light foul. A little cheap one.
But no, it's a good coaching point, right? If you're coaching basketball and you're in low post defense, you just say any contact, get your hands out of there, because the referees have to make a decision when you got hands on somebody. Keep it simple.
Auda knocks down both free throws at the line. And Kalatis in the front court. Zone again for the Czech Republic. Papagiannis. Lorenzakis knocks down the 3.
You know, Colin, he might well be MVP for me. If Greece were to win this,
it's going that way. It's been incredible in the semifinal and so far in this final.
He would be more than deserving.
Wojcik. Auda puts it on the deck.
Well, that was a foul. That was a foul. He got pushed by Kalatis. Tough one.
Here's Lorenzakis' 3. The lead was 14 for the Czech Republic. It's down to 4. Lorenzakis rejects the screen. Christopoulos. Lorenzakis wanted to go behind the back and got caught in his hip there. He found Christopoulos' 3 and he missed it. And the Czech Republic can hold for the final look. Tito's basically playing defense on the other side of the court. He's in a stance, screening instructions. Senal for 3. Indeed. At the buzzer, Senal steals momentum heading into half.
He's been sitting on the bench all half, too. That's a huge, huge 3. That's his only his 2nd bucket of the tournament.
Halftime here in Victoria, Canada, 50-43. The Czech Republic up on Greece in the final of our Olympic qualifying tournament. So now kind of rocked him to sleep, put it up, and splash. Here are the numbers from the first half. Hot shooting on both sides, which leads to score of 50-43.
Czech Republic's missed 6 shots inside the arc, and I think they missed 4 at the quarter, I think. So only missed 2 that's second quarter inside the arc.
There you see the points in the paint in the favor of the Czech Republic, as you just mentioned. The assist number, important for the Czech Republic. They've been moving the ball nicely when their offense was ticking along. Patrick Auda coming off the bench, providing 12 points so far. Georgios Papagiannis matching that for Greece. Laurentzakis, the 6th man for Greece, really started the surge that got them back into this game. He has 10. Well, when you look at some of the adjustments, and as we take a look at some of the best plays from that first half, think about some of the adjustments on the Greek side. What do you think Patino goes to coming out in the second half?
Well, he'll go with his strengths. He'll go with the big 4 of Mitsalu, Papagiannis, Slukas, and Kalatis. And then where do you fit Laurentzakis in, right? Clearly, Laurentzakis is the heart and soul of this team, and his performances would give me confidence to give him more time in the second half.
Be interesting to see if they go with the 3-guard lineup. We haven't seen that this tournament so far with Laurentzakis, Slukas, and Kalatis on the floor. The problem is that the Czechs have size, and the size is playing well. Jan Vesliev has come out so far and asserted himself. You see Patrick Auda with that finish there. He can come off the bench and provide you size. And Balvin is the other in the middle. Do you risk it if you're Coach Patino and run 3 guards out there?
Yeah, or maybe just run those 3 guards in a 2-guard rotation. That's the other way of doing it as well.
For the Czech Republic, when they're moving the rock, it's been beautiful so far. When they've gone to the one-on-one, that's when Greece are locking them up a little bit. But they have the 7-point lead. What do you say if you're Coach Ronan Ginsberg?
Well, you can't be more than happy with this, can you? 50-43. I mean, maybe the 18 points, they stuttered a bit in the second period, but they're free-flowing. Looks like everybody's playing with a bit of confidence. That last 3 by Sanel tells me everything, right? A guy sits on the bench for 18 minutes, and then has the confidence to size your defender up and nail the 3 in his face. So, to me, the Czechs are playing at their A game. Greece need to get there right now. Maybe it's their B game that's coming out, and need to go back to the way they played the second half against Turkey. Up the defense, get things going offensively, and hopefully Kalatis and Slukas will get them through the second 20 minutes.
7-point game, 50-43 your score at the half. We'll leave you with the remainder of these halftime highlights and be back with more here from Victoria, Canada. 1 ticket remaining in the Tokyo Olympic Games.
There may well still be a chance for Brazil. Alex, he's going to heave it from centre court. He has done everything here in Split at this tournament. The 41-year-old, eternal youth on the Adriatic.
Doncic through traffic for 2.
Oh, what a move. Just puts Chario on skates as he goes to the basket. And look at this play. Steps in, puts the brakes on, puts the skids on Chario and gets the score.
He's going to have extended minutes if Kalanides' injuries are an issue. Sabonis! Oh! Threw that down on the far side of the ring.
Quick steal or a foul, and then a foul. Oh, there's the steal.
There's a steal. Wiggins has it. Canada has a chance to tie. Wiggins for 3. Short! Oh! Andrew Wiggins ties the game. Can you believe it? 94 all with 10 to play.
10 points in 40 seconds.
5 to shoot. Satoransky turns. Satoransky off over Dart. Banks it in with 1.4 remaining. Tomasz Satoransky, clutch for the Czech Republic.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Coach Ronan Gitzberg, 64% you were shooting in the first half, 61% in the first half, and you guys got the lead. What did you like from what your team has done in this half?
I think we start the game well, offensively and defensively. After that, they increased their aggressive on the defense, and then we have some problem. I hope we also will play aggressive defense and we can compete with this.
You got some good minutes and some points from Patrick Auda. What has he meant for you in this first half?
Patrick, he knows how to score points. He has feeling to points. So we like that how we play today.
Still 20 minutes to go. Good luck in the second half. Thank you.
Thank you.
Long walk from the locker room to the huddle for last instructions before the second half. Let's hear him.
A deflection and a steal on every play that gets out on the break, okay? Full court press, PG. Can you get up?
Coach Pitino going to his bag of tricks. Full court press against the Czech Republic. His team down by 7. Still plenty of time. In fact, a whole half left to play. These two teams battling for the one remaining ticket to the Tokyo Games. Vernon Ginsberg, a lot on his mind, I'm sure. As we get set to start the second half here from Victoria, Canada. Czech Republic in the white jerseys, now going from right to left on your screen. Greece in the dark blue, going from left to right.
I'm not sure that's how they drew it up.
So now starts the third quarter for the Czech Republic.
That's a
He's
strange
on the score sheet with a travel.
Strange one, Colin.
Yeah.
You know, starting Senal, I know he made a big shot before the break, but you always go with what your comfort zone is. I mean, even Auda's starting.
You wonder if Blake Schill might not have it in the tank left after the big performance, so Senal has to step up. 5 on the floor there on the screen for Turkey, or rather, Greece.
Even Rokavopoulos is starting for Greece, so all sorts of things going on. Coaches trying to make their little plays.
Papagiannis, floater over Vesely, no good. Wojciech clears. There's the 5 for the Czech Republic. Tomasz Sadaransky. Dangerous spot to pick up his dribble, but he got away with it. Sadaransky comes off. Auda down the lane. Tough layup, can't get it to go. Rokavopoulos with the rebound.
You know, it's funny when he gets it, he's only going one way, isn't he? Left and hard.
Ball stay here after it was touched last by Greece, 17 on the clock. Thought he missed Lucas a little bit. He was open, and that's a 5-second count. Overthought it. Here's Lucas coming off that curl. I thought he was open right here.
The referee got it right. He was counting.
There was no outlet after that first option. Leads to the 5-second count and a turnover, which are beginning to mount up on both sides, 9 apiece. Here's Auda, hands Sadaransky, Vesely. They're going to look to post Auda. He got bumped as he tried to make his way through the lane. Take a look at Dinos Mitoglu there.
It's Rogavopoulos' first foul. I don't think they'll be too worried about that.
Vesely. Auda. This is a mismatch. Wide open Sadaransky for 3.
You know, with all that passing, you got to make that jump shot. He was, as you said, Colin, wide open. Who's going to open this up first of all?
A 3 missed there by Mitoglu. Auda down the lane. You said it. He only goes left. That time using his left hand on the right side.
You know, and that is pretty good, right? The 4-man lead in the break and finishing the break.
See if Lucas can get going here.
He has to get going, right? I mean, these two sleepwalking their way through this game. Kalatis and Slukas. Nobody picks him up. You know, Dinos Mitoglu sticks in the lane, therefore the Euro step becomes easier to perform. Auda's having a decent game. I think that's 12, isn't it, for him?
14 now.
14, yeah.
12 at the half. At one point, he had 10 points in just 2 minutes. Slukas for 3, short. Sadaransky was bumped. The fouls now starting to mount up.
Another foul out of Rogavopoulos. I don't think he'll be on the floor much longer. Maybe Giannopoulos will come off the bench with a bit of energy. Again, I'm surprised he didn't start.
Lorenzakis, the other one that could bring a spark.
Yeah.
Good defense there by Kalathis, causing the turnover. Here, Coach Patino talking to Kostas Slukas in the background, telling him to use the pick and roll. Well, Kalathis used it there, got a floater out of it.
Got no help. No help from the weak side at all. The big dropped as they always do. And that little floater. Easy shot for Kalathis.
52-45 score. Czech Republic in front. Sadaransky, that was tapped by Kalathis. It's 2 good defensive possessions by Kalathis.
Oh, steal.
Slukas in the open floor, and he'll lay it up and in.
Just when you thought the Greece weren't going to find any, they were just finding problems to start the half. They've come out playing defense, coming up with great plays defensively.
Sadaransky, Vesely, good kick. Boychik open for 3. Got the kind roll.
Great pass. To be able the ability to catch that little pocket pass and land with 2 feet and then distribute wherever you want to, tough skill. Mitoglu's wide open.
He is. They're trying to get it to him. They finally do. The quick move. Papagiannis with a tough catch. Lucas tees up a triple. In and out. Auda did well to just receive that pass. Vesely steps in for 2 and knocks it down. Coach Patino has seen enough. leads to a timeout. Give Jan Vesely 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 17 minutes of play. His team up by 10 as we head to the timeout.
There's the kick out. Bohacic loves the open three, loves the corners, and he loves the rims too. Now, there's the steal from Slukas. Vesely goes down and stays down. He's having a count of 10 down there.
There's not really a foul there. That could have been a flopping warning. Here's Rick Pitino.
They don't hedge it. It's wide open when you do that.
Let's go, boys. Come on, come on.
He's talking about that side ball screen that Colatis came to the middle, and it's over that far side there. So I wonder whether they'll keep going back to it.
You know, if you got to rebound the fucking ball 3 times, it was your rebound on the defensive glass.
Apologies for any language you may have heard. Here's the last basket here.
This is one Slukas wanted a charge.
Had an argument, didn't he?
Yeah, he got there. I just wonder whether the referees knew he was sliding across, and a no call is better, perhaps.
It's the most passion we've seen out of that man this whole week in Victoria. And the results are on the score sheet. See the shooting numbers for both sides. 10-point game. Let's see how Greece responds. Slukas. Colatis using the ball screen. Vesely getting his hands on it, taps it away. And Schilb into the game now for the Czech Republic, 11 in white.
Well, that's what Pitino wanted, but just poor execution from Colatis.
Wojcik rejects the screen. Vesely puts it on the deck, and he's fouled by his friend, Slukas.
Third team foul for Greece.
Slukas talked about how fun it would be to play his friend, Jan Vesely, in this game. These two know each other for many years. That's Auda off the inbound pass, hanging on the rim.
Wow, complete breakdown in communication there. Back screen set, no help from the defense setting the screen.
There's Lorenzakis, he's into the game for Greece. Mitoglou had it slapped. Ooh, it looked like a touch. Mitoglou on the way out.
Well, there's so much commotion. I think it was Lorenzakis just should have helped out Mitoglou a little bit better than that.
No one communicated and left air Auda wide open for the dunk. Greece ball, 8 to shoot on the shot clock. Lorenzakis kicks Papagiannis from the foul line. Indeed.
It's a good shot. Big fella's got some range.
Pressure now applied here by Greece. Schilb breaks that rather easily. Sadaransky. I don't know how he got that over his head to even take a shot at the rim there. He was being held the entire way, and we'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, nice work from. Look at how low Sadaransky gets against Katsevelis. And when you're trailing him like that, all you can do is reach. There's a little kick out from Lorenzakis to Papagiannis. You have to be impressed with this guy. 7 foot tall. He obviously jumps really well. He moves very well. And that little 15-footer puts him at another level of player, doesn't it?
It does. Had a nice little season this past year with Panathinaikos.
Well, you'd say, Colin, without being too good, he just needs a little more meat on the frame, perhaps.
A couple more cheeseburgers would help him out. Foul there.
He needs a week at the Delta Hotel without any exercise, doesn't he? That's what he needs. Soon put away.
He's had the week, but not the exercise part. He's had plenty of exercise, played plenty of minutes here. Wojcik got fouled, and he'll go to the line as Greece is in a penalty. You and I, on the other hand, probably need to shed a couple kilos from this week.
Tell you what.
They're going to take a review here of the last foul.
Interesting. One of the referees has seen something he didn't like.
It's Mitoglu's third.
Yeah, that's a tough blow if they have to pull him out for any amount of time.
Let's eavesdrop here and hear what's being said.
Something over here.
Yeah, maybe we have diagonal guy from the baseline or from the corner. Yeah, the other one, opposite side. No one? Okay, let's see this. Now he's holding. That is a rebound situation. Okay, normal contact.
Nothing else, huh?
Nothing else. So non-conclusive, we stay with the decision.
Okay, so that's
it's a foul, 2 free throws for them.
44.
Yeah? Good.
Yep.
No, 17. 2 free throws for 17.
They were checking to see if there's any extra push at the end.
I think Bohacic got away with a little nudge in the back of Dino Mitalu there.
Quick review, sends Bohacic back to the line. And he'll look to add to his point total, currently on 10. Not sure he would have appreciated shooting a free throw with Drake bumping in the background, but it knocks down the first one. Bohacic up to 12 points. Czech Republic up 62-49. Lorenzakis looking to change that. The layup attempt, can't get it to go. Mitoglu had his hands on it, fell out. Jakub Sirina into the game now, number 13 in white, and he's on the ball for the Czech Republic. Auda slipped the screen, and Lorenzakis with the kick save.
Yeah, he read it well, didn't he? Somebody's got to spark this Greek team because right now they're sliding out of this game pretty quickly.
Bohacic, crafty move, but too strong.
Oh, wow.
Somehow comes away with a
no
strip,
way.
and that's a fresh 24 because of the change of possession. Bohacic for three.
That's a dagger, I'm sorry. The ball's in Papagiannis' hands. He has it knocked away, and they hit a three. They're in deep trouble right now, Greece.
Papagiannis with possession down low. Can't get it to go, but Mitoglu cleans it up. Coach Pitino calling out Dinos Mitoglu, telling him he needs to rebound the ball.
Yeah, they need to get aggressive big time.
Great ball movement by the Czech Republic. Serena knocks down a triple.
They're shelling peas over there. It's like a walk on a Sunday afternoon for these Czech shooters.
That's Auda's third assist, the team's 17th assist on the evening. Serena will pick up the foul, reaching across the body there.
Great ball movement. And Serena, the lefty, Bohacic, the lefty.
And this is the hustle there that we were talking about by Bohacic that paid off with a triple.
Papagiannis drops low, Bohacic.
Back to live action, a turnover, and Blake Schild with it. Serena, Schild, inside, Balvin down the lane.
How controlled was
the Czech
that?
Republic are pouring it on.
Yeah, they are really, like I said, it's 19 now. What worries me is that he's got no Kalatis, Slukas on the bench.
Another turnover. Oh. Looked as though it was last touch by Greece. They say he will stay here with 10 on the shot clock. Here is Kalatis back into the game. It's the last basket by the Czech Republic. Balvin.
Great touch. Balvin's left hand, great touch at speed. Well, I say at speed, relative.
Kalathis on the floater, pure.
And he's got to go to that more and more. He's got to find those seams from the side of the hoop.
Well, Coach Pitino's telling his team constantly that the ball screen is there for some success. They haven't been able to find it yet consistently. Last touch there by Kalathis, 8 to shoot for the Czech Republic. A lot resting on that man's shoulders right there. Kavadas coming into the game for Greece. Papagiannis will sit. This is an interesting 5 on the floor for Greece. Fairly small compared to the Twin Towers on the floor for the Czech Republic. Shilb wide open off the inbound. Arnzakis.
Oh, wide open. Kavadas is wide open.
Arnzakis for 3. An air ball. Nothing going right in this third period for Greece. Here's the Shilb play.
Yeah, backdoor. You know, the one thing you do, you're right, you protect your basket first.
There was no protection that time. Here's Shilb. Sadaransky rejects the screen. And he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Rogavopoulos, I think he has 3 fouls now, is it?
That is his 3rd.
Yeah. So Giannopoulos comes on for the first time. I mean, he started every game. He's played major minutes. First time in the third period with a minute to go.
Sadaransky's first free throw is good. Shot 85% from the free throw line this season with the Bulls. Chicago Bulls of the NBA, that is. And we have viewers all around the world that don't necessarily view the NBA as the king. Sadaransky with a triple after he missed the second free throw. It's all going the Czech Republic's way.
Right now, there's a belief just missing from the Greeks.
Kalathis. Slukas. Ball screens there. Slukas. Hesitation. Forced it up, and he'll go to the line. Balvin with his hand saying, I have no idea why you blew that whistle.
Yeah, I thought there was contact there. We got another tip out. Greek's not big enough right now. Even with Balvin in the floor, there's nobody going to contend with Balvin in terms of rebounding.
Great job there by Balvin preventing the run out.
And how many threes? Oh, how many open threes did he hit this quarter? I mean, they're at 76 points. They're on for a 100-point game.
Slukas having a tough night. There's a player who is at 92% free throw shooter, missing his first. Count the second after the Czech Republic got in early. Just 8 points for Slukas. And anytime there's some pressure shown, Czech Republic have not had any trouble breaking. Auda on the block. Auda, nice footwork, the educated feet of Patrick Auda, and he looks at his hand saying, talk to me.
I mean, you look at the 5s on the floor, Colin, how does Patrick Auda end up with Kasalakis guarding him in the low post and think that that's going to end in any other way than that? That's what worries me. You got the Twin Towers on the bench, got to play them.
Kalathis will tee up a 3. No good.
Yeah, all the confidence gone from the Greeks right now. They're looking up at the score with 24 difference.
They've gone ice cold from 3-point range.
Yeah.
Just 28% from 3. Balvin, a rare 3. Pounds it home. And a little Ric Flair wound to close the third quarter from Andre Balvin.
Yeah, we might be close to putting a fork in this one. This is This is a complete embarrassment for Greece.
No one in the picture. Malvin spinning his way potentially to Tokyo.
I'm not sure they believe they can come back from this.
Let's listen in to Coach Ginsburg here at the end of the third, and we'll get a chance to look at some of these shooting numbers through 3 quarters. All falling apart there in the third. A 31-11 third quarter outburst for the Czech Republic. Shooting 65% from the field. 21 assists on 31 makes.
The score was 59-49, so 22-5 since then.
See Kalathis using the ball screen there. Or if there's one thing we know, is that the Czech Republic are prone to maybe even giving up a lead and letting a team back into the game. And we know that Greece can make a comeback. We saw that in the semifinal. They were down big against Turkey and prevailed in that one to get to this final. But the next 3 minutes,
both games have shown that pressure on these guys they can make mistakes. They can cough the ball up.
The next 5 minutes are going to be huge for Greece as you take a look at this Blake Schild layup. Hasn't had to do much. He's had a lot of help from the rest of his roster after putting in 31 points in the semifinal against Canada to get the Czech Republic here. 10 minutes away from an Olympic dream for the Czech Republic. 81-54 your score. Greece in the row blue, Czech Republic in the home white. Tetsalakis way off from 3. And Sarina pulls it down. That's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, they got to make some shots now. Lawrence-Zakis, for me, might be the guy coming to bring in and hit some shots here.
He's on the bench at the moment.
Yeah.
He does have 10 points in the game so far. No movement offensively for Greece right now. Patrick Auda bailing out that possession because there was nothing going on for Greece. Here's the foul. And Eni was straight away. Foul's on the floor, so 14 back on the shot clock for Greece to work with. Kalathis, Yiannopoulos knocks it down. That looked like a 2, but they call it a 3.
Much needed for Yiannopoulos.
Schild. Auda turns a corner. Auda using the left hand hook.
That same post up. Auda against Katsalakis.
20 and counting for Patrick Auda. He's only missed 1 shot.
Nice work from Kavadas.
No shot. Foul before.
I wouldn't mind seeing Kavadas with Papagiannis for a minute or so. It almost seems like he doesn't want to play the two together. Mitalou's going to be in the game.
There's the Yiannopoulos 3. They'll need more of that. And the man with the ball right now can't give it to them as Slukas gets fouled. This is one thing that will help Greece try to chip away at this lead if they can get into the bonus early in this 4th quarter. That's the 3rd team foul. We're not even 2 minutes into this quarter, and Sadaransky continues to rest. Slukas. Another foul there. It's on the floor. No shot. That's the 4th now team foul. Next one there in the bonus. So a little bit of an advantage here for Greece. Some daylight to try and chip away at this lead because you would love to go to the line and score while the clock stopped. Zone shown by the Czech Republic. Slukas will tee up a 3. No good. And Senal in the front court will wait for his teammates. Schild having trouble to shake Yiannopoulos. Vesely the outlet there. And a foul on the pass down low. Malvin hit the deck. Malvin will trigger the inbound here. 14 on the shot clock for the Czech Republic to work with. Vesely. Schild. Yiannopoulos is doing a great job guarding Schild. Senal for 3, too strong. Oh, he knocked it in.
Lucky roll. You know it's the Czechs' night when you see 2 of those in a game.
Tough shot there inside for Kamavas. Malvin again protecting the rim that time.
Papayan is set to come in. This will be the last throw of the dice here for Greece.
Senal, same spot, same result. They are pouring it on.
Oh, Ronan Ginsberg. Coach has been saving Senal, hasn't he? End of the first half and a great 3rd period.
Yiannopoulos can't answer. Benitoglu skying in with a putback. A lot of grabbing defensively right now. That's going uncalled. Senal. No good there. Offensive rebound there was up for grabs. Benitoglu in the front court. Tough catch.
Great catch, wasn't it?
Slukas for 3. He's been way off tonight.
Everything's been short, hasn't it? Bit flat, bit short.
Shooting 3 of 9 from the field is Kostas Slukas. On the other side, Senal shooting 3 of 4. There you see his last bucket. As you said, some firepower off the bench that we did not expect coming into this game. Picks up his 4th foul, however, than Senal, so in major foul trouble now. And Benitoglu missed the 1st. He'll look for his 2nd here. That puts him in double figures. Gogopoulos coming into the game for Yiannopoulos.
Interesting now, you know, Yiannopoulos made a big 3 in the corner. Obviously not in favor right now.
And he was playing good D on Blake Schild when he was in the game.
Yeah. Well, Rogopoulos has got 3 fouls. He could easily get his 4th and be out of here on the bench again.
There's Senal. Got in the air and was bailed out by Vesely being at the right place at the right time, and he drills a midi.
And they're playing with such confidence right now. You know, there's no pressure on any shot they take.
And Sadaransky enjoying it from the bench.
The question whether he'll actually come out again.
Slukas with the 3.
You might sign Sadaransky, he just stays on the bench from here on in.
He's played 23 minutes, Sadaransky, and he'll come off the bench now. Try and close this one out.
Yeah, oh, great pass.
Malvin waiting for someone to clear. Serena gives him a little bit of space, and Malvin takes his time, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. Papagiannis reaching in and slapping him.
Yeah, Balvin's probably got about 20 pounds on Papagiannis, and when he leans on him, it just moves him back gently. Dan Antetokounmpo in for Papagiannis. I think he's in, what, 40 seconds. Larentzakis comes back in for Kalatis, too.
It's the first time we see Kostas into the game. Andres Balvin rattles it in his first free throw. It's my second tournament being able to call the Czech Republic. Becoming a big fan of this man on the line right here. Andres Balvin, just a big that is so skilled, so patient, and defensively he's gotten better over the last 2 years since I last seen him at the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Well, this whole team, right? I mean, the 8 of them still here from the World Cup. Just a so experienced a team.
Missed there by Midoglu, so now clears, and Schill content to just trot up the court. Kostas coming away with the steal, and Schill will foul in the backcourt. Schill having a laugh with us over here at the scores table.
Yeah, he said, "You got that, Mr. Cameraman, didn't you?"
You can laugh when you're up 30. Schill getting a hand as he high-fives every single person over there on the Czech Republic bench. Argopoulos missing the free throw. Well, it's one thing to get in the bonus, but you've got to cash in on the opportunities at the line. And Greece is only shooting 60% at the line right now. Over 2 on that trip.
Yeah, from those heady days of that first period, Greece have just slidden off the map, haven't they? In a tough game from this one.
Sadaransky keeps his dribble alive, waiting for some movement from his teammate. He gets a screen from Balvin. Aliza traveled.
To be honest with you, I don't see any reason why Sadaransky needs to be out there. Maybe a minute more.
Wet spot here on the court, so we'll take care of that. Coach Ginsburg may be a little bit nervous from the lead that his team coughed up late against Canada yesterday, not taking any chances in this one, even though he's up 30.
If you go on those same averages, 10 points a minute.
Argopoulos turns the corner, Balvin squishing the bug against the glass. Mitoglu's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Nestle, you saw the hustle there, getting on the floor.
Balvin's just eyed up an early dinner tonight, hasn't he? Look at this. Let's eat. Let's chew on this one. Wow. He knew where the ball was going. Come on, little fella, tee it up for me. It's like meat and drink for the big fellas.
There'll be plenty of that if they can hold on to this lead. Timeout on the floor. Czech Republic up big.
Don't often see this, do you? Timeout actually on the floor.
Let's make it a goal that we're going to try to get this under 20. Okay, we're going to try to get it under 20. On every play you're working, when you blitz out, you got to get right back to your man in a hurry. You got to get over the screen in a hurry. Every rebound you're going to go after, you're going to run everything into the break like we did the first 2 games. Not tonight. Stay here. Where are you going? Why are you so anxious? Guard your man in the press. Don't gamble foolishly. Try to get a turnover. Try to get a beat. They'll make mistakes. Let's get it under 20.
Shooting numbers unkind to Greece at the wrong time here in this tournament. These are some of the ones that they've made. A rare 3 so far tonight from Slukas. There's the Vesely jumper. Back to live action, Midoglu at the line. Knocks down his first of 2.
Well, the task was to get it under 20, wasn't it? That was what was the instruction or the challenge from that time out there for this 5 on the floor.
Well, they're 8 away from that task, and they need to stop the worst way. Vesely, Wojcik. Czech Republic showing so much patience in this fourth quarter offensively. Shrinking the game dramatically. Satoransky, 3 to shoot. Satoransky puts up a 3, can't get it to go. It's Lucas with the rebound.
Yeah, pretty good defense there.
Mitoglu. Lucas. Great defense by Jan Vesely.
Wow, they're all over the shop, aren't they? All over the shop. No confidence at all.
Wojcik. Satoransky was pickpocketed by Laurentsakis. He'll tee up a 3. No good. The Czech Republic can feel it now. Bench clapping it up. They're all standing over there. And a foul.
Well, if they look at this closely, they'll find Laurentsakis pulls Satoransky down. What's the tug on the shorts on this slow motion? The right arm. What's the right hand? Pull him down there.
Yep. Dangerous foul, too.
Yeah.
Satoransky on the inbound. Poliza inside Balvin. Great footwork.
Wow, that's a pro move.
There's Lucas turning the corner. Mitoglu can't get it to go, and another rebound there. Balvin was key in deflecting that to keep that alive, and Satoransky will cross the timeline. Well, the Czech Republic shocked everyone when they made the run that they made in China at the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. They beat Turkey in group play, defeated Japan, and showed a great effort in competing hard with Team USA beating them. But they finished second in that group, in large part to guys like this. Andres Balvin finished there. They were without Jan Vesely at that tournament, and now Balvin, 2 years later, can celebrate here with Coach Laurent Ginsburg, his team, and a lot of them that finished 6th in China can now head to the Olympic Games. What a story this is. There's Vesely, who missed that FIBA Basketball World Cup and showed up big time tonight.
How well
knocked down a midi.
That's just a touchy. We haven't seen this tournament as much.
16 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists for Jan Vesely. You could add to this total here. Coach Patino still coaching in the background. 2:01 remaining in the game. Jan Vesely will check out of the game now, and he'll get the hand, as he knows he's on his way to the Olympics. Satoransky and Vesely on the bench, and Balvin, the two Twin Towers, hugging it out.
Well, 2 bench fives going at each other. We haven't seen that all tournament, have we?
We have not. Patrick Vieral into the game for the first time. His 3 no good, and Anastopoulos will clear. For Greece on the other end, the big win and the comeback effort against Turkey. They had a tough task coming into this tournament. A lot of talent not here. Some for injuries, some for obvious reasons, including Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's on his way to the NBA Finals. But on the other end, you see the emotion and what this means as they head to the Olympic Games. Those two have been hooping for a long time together.
Well, they were on the same under-16 national team. Satoransky a year young. He was under 15 when they went to Estonia for that European B Championship, gold medalist. Yeah, they've been around. They played national team all the way through.
And now they'll get a shot to go to Tokyo in the Olympic Games in a group that will be pretty tough. I wouldn't count this Czech Republic team out. Elisa's 3 no good. And Antetokounmpo comes down with the board. Christopoulos for 3, indeed. He's one of the youngsters for the Czech Republic. Samura.
Plays in a community college in Cochise, wherever that is. It's going to be out Midwest somewhere.
Find it on the map. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego when you need her? Villarreal on the drive was stripped by Hagopoulos. He stepped out of bounds, but no one blew the whistle. Lorenzakis lays it up and in.
Smooth player, the Lorenzakis played really well.
10 points in the first half, but just 2 here in the second half to give him a total of 12. Elisa will tee up a 3. They want that century mark, the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Christopoulos backing down. This might be the last look for Greece offensively. And a fitting end, another turnover for Greece. Celebration for the Czech Republic. They'll go to the Olympics for the first time since the separation of Czechoslovakia. Sacrifice, commitment, result in that order, and the Czech Republic are headed to the Olympic Games. (97-92), a dominant performance by the Czech Republic, shocking everyone here in Victoria, and headed to the Olympic Games in under a month.
Yeah, truly momentous, really, for the Czech Republic. I mean, the great victory last night. You put out the best team. You deserve to go, I guess. The Greek team fought hard. I don't think they gave their best performance this game at all. But the Czechs, my word, they got better and better as the tournament went on.
They've gotten better and better as they appear at different tournaments.
Well, and we found the formula, right? Because did we find out that every night they have a little drink together?
Yeah.
Well, I can guarantee it won't be a little drink tonight.
No, it won't. I hope the bar is ready, because they're coming.
There's the ticket. That's a mighty big boarding pass.
What a shot this is. The journey to Tokyo starts here. The Czech Republic are headed to the Olympic Games. What a performance from this team. They lost their first game here to Turkey, and Turkey saw that game as somewhat of a revenge game from the way that the Czech Republic were able to beat them in China. But Tomáš Satoranský, receiving the tournament MVP, the TISO tournament MVP here in Victoria, has put this team on his back. Like I said, it's been sacrifice, it's been commitment, and they've gotten the result because of guys like him that show up every opportunity they have. And you see Jan Vesely and with the big bear hug there. Those two, as you said, playing together for a very long time. I think that's what makes this sweet for this underdog team. They're heading to the Olympic Games as an underdog. Let's be clear about that. It's going into a tough group. Many people won't expect to see them on the podium, but they fought together and for each other in multiple tournaments at the age group level, now at the senior national team level, and they'll be there in Tokyo, ready to rock.
Yeah, what more can you say? I mean, the Czech league, the Czech domestic league, is not a big money league. A couple of teams there that compete at the higher level, Nürnberg, for instance. So some of these players are, you know, not big money players. And looking around this this competition of 6 teams here, there's a lot more players on the other teams. But this team has put together a fighting spirit. I mean, to be together for so long. I mean, the 6th place in the World Championship now does not look a fluke at all, does it? This team is serious. They play for each other, very cohesive, and tough as nails.
Final numbers there on your screen from tonight's game. I don't know if you can ask for a better shooting performance than 63% from the field. There are the rebounding numbers and points in the paint. You mentioned that the Czech Republic were able to get inside a lot. That was mostly in the first half, and then they started to get 3 upon 3 to fall in the second half. Top scorers, Patrick Gauda leading the way, a game-high 20.
They missed 8 shots in the inside the arc. That's pretty incredible.
Even knocked down a 3, a rare 3 for Patrick Gauda. They'll be able to celebrate tonight here in Victoria, Canada. What a tournament this was. An upset in the semifinals. And the team that made the upset is going to continue their journey and head to Tokyo. I'd like to thank everyone involved here as we take a look at the best plays from the second half. Victoria has been a kind host to us, Nick. Everyone involved in this tournament, creating this tournament, bringing it here to Canada. It was good to see some fans in the arena for the first time in a long time. They were able to get 10% capacity here in Victoria since July 1st.
Oh, yeah, beautiful place, beautiful part of the world, beautiful part of Canada. You know, you're a native of Canada. You love it just as much as I do.
Yeah, and you live here now, so. But I've never been to Victoria, and it's been incredible.
Very special.
Very special. And it will be a place that the Czech Republic will remember for a long time. They'll celebrate tonight.
Yeah, the European teams that came here to come the furthest of all the tournaments, right? Lithuania, Croatia, Serbia, with the other 3 tournaments, a fairly easy journey. So all 3 teams that came here had a long, long way to come. Even the Canadians had to come from Tampa.
Yeah, Canadians had to come from Tampa. Uruguay had to come a far way to arrive here in Victoria. In China, leaving the Philippines after the Asia Cup qualifiers with a 28-hour journey. But it's the Czech Republic who won't complain now about having to come here to Victoria, as they'll now jump on another plane and head to Tokyo in less than a month with all the momentum in the world. Congratulations to the Czech Republic. Germany also punching their ticket. Slovenia punching their ticket as well. And Italy, 4 European teams headed to the Olympic Games after these OQTs. And not a single host.
No. And you know, I know the Olympic tournament's special for a lot of sports, but for basketball, it is a fairly high-end media value, isn't it? With all the great players there, the USA team there. So good luck to these guys. It's going to be an interesting tournament.
Sure will. Once again, thanks to the great crew that did their best to make us look as good as possible. And thanks to you, Mick. I'm going to miss you at breakfast time.
Thanks to you, Colin. Lead the line.
Till we meet again, for Mick Bet, our fantastic crew, I'm Carlin Gay. Congratulations to the Czech Republic. Tokyo, here they come. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys. Good luck with everything. Yep. Cheers, mate.